Deathless is an improvised cinematic narrative with live production, including music and dialogue. There is no script. This story contains violence, disturbing imagery, adult themes, and a darkness which may leave you doubting who you are. Proceed at your own risk.
Shake, shake, shake me awake. Rip me from slumber and fight for me, fight for me. Shake, shake, shake me awake. Rip me from slumber and fight for me, fight for me. Ache, ache, ache for me, babe. Shout from the depths that you want me to stay. Fight for me, fight for me, fight. I want you to fight for me. I want you to fight for me. Shake me away, rip me from slumber and fight for me. I want you to fight for me. For me, babe. They say stand up for the things you can't stand to lose. Despite what my heart can't feel.
Previously on Deathless, we were trapped in the room still. A couple of new guys there, this little short angry fellow and this motherfucker that crawled out of a Deadeye that looks like a goddamn blonde Undertaker. But I don't know what he did, but he somehow made a door. After we all managed to go through, of course the pulse rate dancing on leading the way, we found ourselves in this room with a bunch of statues. There's like a big snake dragon and a, I don't know, guy hanging from the ceiling and stuff. And it turns out there's people or somebody trapped inside, all misshapen and twisted to fit the form of them. So we figured, what the fuck? We might as well try to wake them up. So Balthazar, being strong that he is, lifted me up. There's one hanging from the ceiling with his mouth open. I don't know if this was the smartest move. I guess we're about to find out. But I cut my hand open and stuck it inside. Nothing happened for a second, but then all of a sudden, some of the teeth grew a little bit longer.
That's right. Can you roll for me, please?
What am I rolling?
You're going to roll composure. Wits composure, please. Or wits awareness. Either one. It was a very dramatic way to ask you to roll for that.
I'll do wits and composure.
Okay.
And what is my difficulty?
We're going to do 3 because you're standing here, you're being held, but you're prepared, right? I imagine you're like, clenched a little bit, waiting for something to happen.
If this person woke up, yeah.
So you're prepared. However,
I rolled a 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3 successes. So that means you are not prepared when this husk of a person kind of tries to reach out from this casing that they are in. You only, I believe, removed the upper area around the mouth, right? You guys didn't remove anything else?
I think so, right?
Yeah, just the mouth.
Okay. It's unable to bite you, break your skin, or grab you, but its tongue does dart out and lick some of your blood a little bit. Yep. It's very serpentine-like tongue.
I will be, ew! Oh, he licked me. He's awake though.
And you just hear this coming from inside.
I'm gonna.
What do you do?
I'm gonna have my hand out. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If he licks, does he lick my wound?
Yes, he's aiming for your...
Does it close?
Ooh, that is a very good question. Or
is that an intent thing?
It does not.
Now, it was over a year ago now, or about a year ago. We decided this was PBU, or did we decide this is how we were going to play our vampires? This is an important question.
The second one.
This is how we were going to play the vampires,
We
right?
decided a couple of things were going to be different for us in VTM. Some house rules, I think.
I don't think we knew we were in PBU yet.
You did not, which is why I was like, what are our house rules? Secretly PBU stuff. Yeah, okay. No, your wound does not close.
Okay. Well, I lick it. I close it. Oh, well, I guess I lick over where he did if that does anything strange. But
nope, not that you know of.
Okay. Perfect. Oh, great.
Not that you know.
Not that you know
great.
of.
All right. All right. Hold on. And I'm up there, holding, maybe I'm on shoulders, I don't know. And I go, hello? Hello? And I'm just kind of listening.
I'm just hearing strange rasping from there. But it's clear they're restrained, like they're encased in stone. They're not going to be able to really like move or constrict or...
His teeth grew. Are his teeth kind of...
Well, because yeah, because his mouth is open in the encasing, right? That's why you guys chose the open mouth.
Right, so we can see his mouth.
Yeah,
his mouth is
there
stuck
and
in the
is
stone.
like, yeah. Because she removed the stone that was around his mouth. But everything else is still in stone, so he's still very constricted in place, hanging with his mouth open.
Okay, well, I'm going to use an ability.
Oh.
It's called Scry the Soul. There's a lot of text.
All right, let's go. What does it do?
A vampire can perceive the state of the person's psyche as a shifting aura of colors that reveal little precise information, but do provide clues regarding many subjects, emotional state, resonance, and supernatural states, traits, rather. I could scan the crowd to detect it.
Okay, what is it?
You answer a number of questions about it, the emotional state, the resonance, whether it's a I'm going to find out if it's a vampire or some other type of being. Whether it's under the influence of blood sorcery or other magic.
Ooh, okay.
I think that's it. If those are the two things I would think of.
Blood sorcery or other magic? Why does it specify the blood sorcery, I wonder? Wouldn't it just be all magic? Or do you think it's telling you what type of magic is being used?
Well, I think that's the main magic in the system, right? In this version, that's why it says blood sorcery or other magic. If it's something you made up, if you were playing the game.
Yeah, I don't think it would be something you would make up. But yeah, okay. I guess you get to know what type of magic. That's how I'm interpreting that. You get to, if it's a specific type of magic, you get to know what that magic is. Okay, so I'm so sorry. Do you need to roll intelligence plus aspects versus composure, and well, you don't have to do a versus. So why don't you just go ahead and do the intelligence and aspects?
I will. I'm definitely remember how to do this. Attributes, intelligence. Okay. Difficulty.
4.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, hold on.
Yep.
Roll. Pool size 4. 2 of 4.
How do you?
Oh no.
Because your ability is also kind of triggered by touch, is it not?
This one I think is looking.
No, I mean your other ability is triggered by touch. You touch somebody usually to get a vision, right?
Yeah, that's how I've been doing it.
Yeah. Do you think that this counts? Like licking the wound after they licked you?
Well, if it would have happened just unnaturally, probably when they licked me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine it has to be like, well, I think it's more fun to say that if somebody just, if it's a random occurrence, somebody can touch you. It doesn't have to be your intention.
Well, yeah, I think it's the thing where I don't know how to control it very
Yeah.
well. So sometimes it just happens, or someone could force it on me if they knew for some reason and they knew how it worked.
Okay. Then you get, what does it feel like when you use that ability? What does that magic feel like to you?
Maybe not much, since I never roll very well for it, but I guess it's usually when I do this one, I'm looking at somebody. I really am just looking at the outs. I mean, I have really nothing to look at but the mouth, and I'm probably screwing up by looking at the eyes of the Odin statue.
Right, which are still encased, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm probably looking at that, just figuring maybe that's it, and I'm focusing on that. And I do my stupid pointing like a gun thing, and just nothing happens. But everybody sees me pointing at it and just waiting for me to say something.
Yep. It feels slightly reminiscent of your own magic, is the best way I can describe that then to you. With a 2 out of 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if this guy can talk. He's just kind of groaning.
Well, can you peer into his mind?
I don't know how to do that. I don't do that.
Very well. Your stubbornness.
Sorry, you forced it on me. I didn't ask for it.
Most gifts are not asked for, but as you were.
Anyone else want to give it a shot?
Have any ideas?
The tension between you two.
I would like to walk up to the nearest statue.
Him?
Just anyone.
Any one of them? Okay.
I prick my finger on my fang and rub some blood just across any part of the statue.
Okay. I would imagine that one of the nearest ones would be the Odin one, unless you were not standing with the group.
Yes.
Otherwise, we can roll randomly and say whichever one that you want.
I'll go to the Odin one if that's not the one that's currently being.
Yeah, the Odin one's the one everybody's kind of around, dealing with. But if you want to specifically just test it on a different one, we can do that.
Yeah, I would test it on probably a different one.
Okay, let's.
Than they're working on. So
yeah,
I'll do the queen.
Okay.
Below.
Yeah, where she's walking down the steps. Okay. And you prick your thumb, and then what do you do with the blood? I
press it maybe like on her arm, or like I run it down her forearm or something. Just want to see it, like if it reacts at all to blood, like anywhere.
Yep. There is no immediate reaction. It just looks like you're adding blood to stone.
Okay.
It stays there, though, the mark. Which I'm sure
I'll just kind of watch it for a minute or two.
Yeah.
I walk up behind him. What were you expecting to happen? I'll point up to the statue that is being given blood in the mouth. I thought that if we cover every surface with blood, we could work quicker.
Well, he makes a certain point.
From across.
Remember, we have 6 hours. I'm looking again at my wrist that has no watch on it.
From across the room, I say, In theory, that would work, but you need a special kind of blood. Is there
Are you
another-
offering Balthazar?
Is there another statue we would like to investigate?
I would like to be weird. Permission to be weird, please. Yeah, I walk up the ceiling, and I'm going to stand upside down so that I'm face to face with this guy
The
who's hanging.
the Woden one?
The one who's hanging upside down, yeah.
Okay.
And I want to get really close to the opening where he was.
Yeah.
And I'd like to whisper inside of it. Are you sleeping? Suffering? Squirmy? Is your skin rotted and wormy? Do you wish release from fright? So we can dance the ceiling tonight. And I'll try and take his body and like dance with him.
Well, he is still encased in the stone. So
Yeah,
you'd
can
basically
I-
just be like moving against
Yeah,
this
I'm
stone statue.
I'm dancing with the stone statue.
Yep, okay.
But well, is there any reaction to what I
The
say?
whole time, it's still making these strained noises, rough breathing. But when you say, would you like to be released, it goes completely still.
Really?
Yeah. It's clear it's still encased in stone, and whoever this is cannot speak to you guys. It's been, his mouth is wired open, so even if he wanted to speak to you, that would have to be removed. He's stuck.
I guess he wants out.
Probably be a great way to tell exactly what he wants, but I'm giving side eye to Visionary.
Can I use my impressive vampire strength to just reach in where it's already broken and start pulling more off?
Oh, yeah, roll for it.
Okay, when I said
Absolutely.
impressive, I mean moderately.
All vampire strength is impressive to a mortal.
What would it be? Strength?
Strength and
Athletics?
brawl?
Okay, that.
Hold on, let's
Okay,
see.
I'm rolling 2 dice. Let's go.
Very impressive indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Can I assist him with this?
Yeah, absolutely. You can also do a roll, which is your strength and brawl, to kind of just brute force this thing open.
I wanted to ask how it's connected to the ceiling.
I believe my initial instinct was that it's by a chain. It's descended from a chain,
Yeah.
but let me
Can
just
I just tear
double
the chain off so it falls?
check you can try. You can certainly try. Let's see here.
If he goes to do that, I said, "Well, if he's gonna tear that out, we gotta. I think we gotta hold on to this guy. Although it might break him out. It might break him out. Oh no, he looks rather brittle in there.
I think it is chain. The question is whether
I
it
think
was
so, too.
described as chain with chain made of stone or regular chain, but my instinct is that I did regular chain so that you could do exactly this if you guys tried to do it, which is, many different ways to break a chain. So, okay, so if you would like to try, you may also roll your brawl and strength as you're trying to yank this chain down.
Yeah, I think that's 0. I think I have maybe 1 point. in strength.
We can try.
Let me see.
It's always worth trying, I think. The difficulty
Critical
though is
success.
4. Yours was a critical success?
No, I'm
Okay.
saying I'm just praying for it.
Oh, okay. So that's 3 of you then. Go ahead and roll your brawl and your strength.
And it's difficulty 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have brawl as an option.
It should be down under skills. So you hit the brawl and then it comes up and asking for your secondary stat and then you do strength.
Any modifier for me?
No modifier, but the difficulty would be 4.
2 out of 4. I got both
It's okay.
successes.
If Balthy gets 2, then you guys can do it together. Look at that. 3 of 4 for
3
Balthy
of
and
4.
2 of 4 for you, so you guys will do it together.
What's the,
Yep.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What's the difficulty to break the chain?
4 still. Everybody has difficulty
Really?
4.
Well,
yeah.
that's I guess I could crit.
You could crit. It's worth a try. It's always worth a roll. Okay. Good lord. 8 and a 2. 1 success out of the 4. I'll tell you this though, as you're getting ready to break this, or as you're trying to break this chain, you realize there is some sort of magic kind of imbuement to this chain. It's not your average chain. You would think something that previously was damp, which is how we described this place, as if it was underwater. Actually, I think that might have been the other version. Either way, you would think that over time it would be easier to break this thing. But unfortunately, that is not the case. There seems to be some additional piece here, or some additional reason why you can't just yank it apart. However, the two of you, what does this look like as you begin to slowly break away this stone?
I think I'm kind of going upwards, so pulling it down around his chin, like pulling it so his neck would be out, and letting Balthazar get maybe his head would be out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd go the other direction. Be able to break the stone away from its forehead, then scalp, head, top of the head.
Okay. And are you stopping once the head is revealed? Or is your plan to get this guy completely out?
I think we take a look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's pause
I feel
up
like
the
that
head.
would
Does
be
he have
pretty-
eyes? Yeah.
Let me check my notes. His one eye is gouged out. So he does have one eye that has been gouged out. There is a raven that was perched on his shoulder. You leaving this untouched? Only removing the stone around his
it's on
face?
his shoulders, yeah. So we're just around his head.
just around his head and
we
his
see that
face.
he is
Okay.
missing an eye, much like the statue, right?
Yep.
And is he just kind of still moaning?
Yeah, he has been wired completely to be fixed in this position so that he
so we
cannot
see
move.
wires?
Yep. So now that you've removed all of the stone that is surrounding him, you will see the intricate wire that is like forcing him to be open, kind of like taxidermied while alive. The wire is forcing him into this position and in place. His one eye does look like it was very, violently removed. It doesn't look like it was surgically done. And his skin is withered, and you can kind of barely make out the ghost of whoever this person used to be. But you can tell that the blood that you gave him, what little it was, definitely reinvigorated him at least a little bit. His pulse is beating. But Gunnar, I need you to roll me wit's composure, please.
Okay. Difficulty 4.
Yep. That's 3 of 4 successes, so not quite enough to resist whatever reaction you have when you recognize this individual. You've killed this person.
Oh.
A long time ago. You took this someone somewhere.
I'm able to see his face, having been broken away from the stone. I would just stare for a while, standing up on top of the stairs with Finn, and he could probably tell something in my face is familiar. I do not say anything yet. You know,
No.
Wait, but those are two separate questions, right? I was answering no to the first. And I do not answer you when you ask if I know him.
Well, what do you want to do?
Only I know that I know nothing. Start walking down the stairs back to the floor.
Yeah, I follow.
Are they still on the ceiling, or have they broke the chain?
They were not able to break the chain, so this guy is
Not
still
able to
hanging
break the
from the ceiling. And in fact, probably that has something to do with you recognizing him as well, right? Because they used to hang. Maybe your eyes dart over the other statues as you wonder about your friends and how they might be related to the other statues. And I think someone, it might have even been Constantine a couple times, kept saying, oh, these must be related to us somehow. And maybe now you're wondering.
I'll approach under the hanged man and just stand there and look up and stare at him. I think at this point I'm definitely aware who this is.
You remember his name?
I do.
You don't have to share it. I was just curious if Gunnar would.
I do.
How did you acquire this individual?
I would, after a battle or a war, there would be some time before the injured could be tended to. And during that time, I would search the bodies and find those who faintly clung to life, even though their wounds would most likely kill them soon. And just like her, I would drag them into the forest, for they could not walk alone. They were going to die anyway, you see.
Did you save him? Is that how Gunnar sees it?
This one, yes.
I'm sure he's very grateful.
She did not like that. Just grew hungrier. This one I couldn't bring to do. continue to stare up at him. I tilt my head, very questioning everything right now. So I can understand this. The stone is like chipping away, or is this like where the blood has entered his mouth is like spreading and like stone turning into skin?
Yeah, so no, stone is not turning into skin. He is encased in it. But what they did was Balthazar used his acidic, we'll say, blood to remove some of the stone, and then they've been breaking it apart away from him. So they have revealed the walking corpse underneath that is, barely reminiscent of a man. But you can see his pulse visibly moving as he has been fed some blood. And he is making rasping noises. He's clearly constrained.
And he's hung by his neck, correct?
He's hung by his
Or is he up?
Hangman
He's hung by his
style, yeah,
feet.
from a chain from the ceiling.
I thought that, but for some reason when I was researching this, there is like some contention, and people say that he was hung by his neck in like the folklore. So
Odin was, yes.
Yeah, I was just clarifying.
I'm sorry,
yeah, I would just
you were
continue
researching for
to
the
stay.
show.
I had
makes
to.
me so
I was
happy.
like, I need to know. But yeah, I'll just continue to stare at him.
Okay.
And watch them if they're still working on chipping it away.
I think this probably be easier if everyone can help. I think Pulse Rate's got the right idea. If we can climb up there and try to yank the chains off, we could at least bring them down.
I'm going to try something actually, because I imagine it's really high up there. So I just want to reach up, take hold of the statue wherever I can, and then just rip it out of the ceiling onto the ground.
Oh, okay. Sorry, could you go ahead and roll your brawl strength, please?
Okay.
Balthazar?
Okay. 2 out of 4.
2 out of 4. You can use a willpower to re-roll up to 3 dice if you would like. So basically, on your sheet, it'll say willpower. You just take one of those away, which you can get back by doing things, and it will allow you to re-roll 3 of those dice and keep those 2 successes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I will. Do I mark one box and then hit the willpower reroll?
I think you take 1 willpower away from that box. Maybe I can check your sheet, but
no,
yes,
you mark it.
You do mark it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to re-roll 2 dice.
It doesn't cost you anything extra to re-roll the 3rd, if you want.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll do
So, and
3
you
then.
have 4 failures, so you can go ahead and roll the 3, and that way it ups your odds. You just need 2 successes out of this re-rolled 3.
Really?
Wow. Okay.
Wow. 0.
Yeah, that's
before.
crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
2 ones.
So as you are, what does this look like as you go to reach this down? Because I imagine this doesn't look like much of an effort for you at all.
Well, it doesn't break, right?
It
come
doesn't
down.
break, but even you straining against it, I imagine you're very strong. So I imagine that you just take you go to pull it and you're like, oh, I would be able to do this if it were possible to do it without some sort of additional magic. And that's kind of what you come across is like, oh, I see. And so maybe you stop and don't bother wasting the rest of your energy on it.
Yeah. I imagine I walk up to it pretty confidently, grab hold of it and start pulling, and then nothing happens. Maybe there's a little confused pause, and maybe I strain more and pull harder, and then finally let go oh, okay.
There's some
I don't
form
think-
of, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Unless we use something different, I don't think we're getting it out of the ceiling.
I look at Gunnar. You want it out of the ceiling?
This person maybe is better being left Dead.
Well,
I do
looks
not
like,
think he's dead.
Looks like he's moving up there.
He was dead.
Was he? I look over at Gunnar with a curious look. I raise an eyebrow. Looks pretty alive to me.
I'll look at Finn. Something very strange here, brother.
Yeah, no shit.
If I were to remove him from his chains, I'm not quite sure what he'll do.
And will he be a problem if he's removed from the chains?
Might be angry.
That doesn't answer my question.
Just to verify once again, he's wired in, his jaw is wired, so like he can't speak or anything.
Yeah,
right?
he cannot speak because
is wired.
everything. He's basically been like live taxidermy wired into this pose, and you can see the wire going down, forcing his neck up and his jaw open. He wouldn't be able to even bite down on you if you gave him your wrist to feed. The only way you were able to do this is because you were able to kind of just like put it in to his mouth.
His head is exposed.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a clear way that I can see where if I cut the wire in a certain way, I can uncut the jaw? Is that possible?
Why don't you roll for me? We'll do some form of awareness and intelligence. Medicine, maybe?
Let me see.
While they are rolling, permission to be weird again?
You don't need permission. They exist in the element of weird.
I would like to sprint across the ceiling and jump out and grab this statue. And while it's swinging back and forth on the chain, I'm going to start singing to it.
Okay. Oh my God.
I think that increases my difficulty for being able to analyze how I'm going to cut this wire.
We'll say that you're analyzing the wire, and then maybe if you fail, then he comes in and moves it, and that's why.
Okay.
Yeah. But go ahead.
Roll first.
What's the difficulty?
It's 4 for this statue. Anything related to this statue will be 4.
Okay, yeah, I fail miserably.
Okay. So it was awareness and any form of intelligence roll. So you could do medicine or anything like that. So you want to do awareness plus your either medicine and or intelligence.
Am I?
So smack awareness and then do intelligence as
Yes.
your second stat. Yeah, if it lets you do that as your secondary.
It does. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry. 1 second.
No worries.
2 of 4. Still a fail.
Okay, but that is a crit success in there as well. So we're going to say that you are, it's the ADHD hyperfocus, and then somebody comes in and interrupts you. This is exactly what happens. So you are like, oh, I think I got this. You're like following the wire. You can see where it's like around his jaw and his teeth, and it's purposefully left his 2 fangs able to kind of retract and to use them, but everything else, like he's even missing 2 teeth here so that they could put the wire in, right? He's like missing 2 teeth on either side, like in the backside by where his molars might be. And his whole body has this wire, and you can tell, and you're starting to follow it along, and then all of a sudden,
I latch onto him. My legs are like wrapped around him, and one arm is, and then my other arm is like, woo! I am immortal. I have inside me blood
Pulse
of
rate.
kings. Yeah. What?
I will turn to visionary, and you still absolutely refuse to use any ability.
This is how he copes. He's coping.
No, I mean to speak to the statue.
Why don't you do it?
I gave it to you.
You can't do it anymore?
No, I gave it to
whoops.
you.
I guess you fucked up.
What were you trying to do? And like the swinging is like slowing a little
Yeah.
bit.
And the world ends with ego.
How
Unsurprising.
loud were you singing? Pulse rate.
Pretty like, yeah, I was belting.
Belting. Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious. I'm gonna need that in a minute. Don't forget.
Okay. You got it. So like I'm peeking around the statue and looking at you, Mirggles, and I'm like, do you need my help?
Well, it would be nice to speak to it. Don't you all think? Maybe find out why it's there. We'd have to cut the wires. You good at that sort of thing up there, pulse rate?
No. But I can tell
Shame.
you if they're lying.
Well, he'd have to be able to say a lie for you to be able to spot it. Should we try another one? Though I have a feeling they're all going to be wired shut.
I would like to use my brain to try and figure
Whoa.
out.
Yes, to try to figure out what, my darling.
Oh no, he's making the sad face. Oh no, I feel very
Slap
bad
that
now.
filter on. Slap that filter on. He's making the filter face.
Yeah, that's his real face,
Yeah,
guys. It's not even a filter.
Oh god.
I would like to use my brain to see if like I can figure out a way to let them talk easier. Like if I can look in there and like, is
You
there
can
like a
remove
latch
the
or a hitch
wire,
or like
yeah.
is there a special spot that I can break that's gonna take less effort than I want to work smart,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, and you're gonna have the dice do it for you.
That's right, baby.
No critical thinking skills on your end. All right, go ahead and roll. It'll be some form of awareness and intelligence too.
I am critically thinking
yeah,
right now.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
fuck it. I want the dice to tell
All right,
me.
what's the intelligence and what?
Some sort of like medical knowledge or awareness because you're using your eyes
What
to
about-
spot it.
Okay, I can do awareness. Yeah.
Yep, that's a good stat I have. That's a high stat. Okay, I can do that. Go for
Well,
it.
I just don't know where. Oh, I could do medicine too. It doesn't. I'll do medicine.
Either one
They're the
you
same.
want. And yeah, it doesn't matter to me. It's just got to be some sort of eyeballs plus some knowledge. An intelligence
What
roll.
about technology? No, not technology.
No,
That's
yeah.
not. so. Doesn't matter. They're all the same.
Yeah.
Nope.
horrifying.
Modifier
Nope. Difficulty is 4.
or difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
3 of 4. Oh my god. Okay. So as you're glancing over this, I imagine that you're still swinging with this thing and you're still kind of, being ridiculous. And nobody seems to know that you are also very quickly like scanning this thing once he asks you, do you see a way in?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Go
the
ahead.
camera is inside the mouth and like it sees me like singing like yeah, and then like my head disappears and then I like peek up and I'm like my eye is looking in it.
Yeah, just very quickly darting around.
It's a fisheye lens.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
a-
90s.
To answer your question, there is no quick and easy way to do this. Everything is going to require effort. You do not seem to see like any point, a breaking point in this wire, and the wire does seem to go all the way around. It's like around his head to keep his head in position, down his neck, his jaw. You would have to remove this wire somehow for him to be able
Okay.
to speak.
I use heat metal.
Okay. Do you have that skill in VTM? You might.
No.
Oh, okay. I got excited for a second. I was like,
I
that
fully
is a
believed
good- Yeah,
you.
I
I
fully
was like,
believed you also. I
holy
was like,
shit.
oh my God, VTM has a heat metal
D&D
option. I'm
spell?
pretty sure you do. Well, I mean, VTM has a couple of different
Maybe,
spells that
yeah.
are similar. I just assumed it was the same. Okay, yeah, no. So you're going to need to be able to remove the wire to have it speak. But you've gotten the closest so far, 3 out of 4. So, even if his mouth can move, if his chest can't move and his diaphragm can't move, he's not going to be able to speak to you. You guys are going to have to get him out.
I would like to
Oh,
say
really?
that
Yeah.
I don't
He doesn't need
He's gonna
deserve
be
Fair.
he's gonna be able to make maybe one thing of speech, but then he's not gonna be able to inhale properly to be able to get more breath. He's got to be able to move his chest to properly have a conversation with you guys.
Do VTM
Hey.
vampires breathe?
I think we said that we did, correct?
Oh, I can't remember.
I
you'd
cannot
still
remember.
You'd still have to.
Yeah, you don't need it to live, which is why he's not dying.
They're magic.
But I imagine you still need to move that diaphragm, unless you want to magically move the diaphragm while you're not moving. Which
They take in air every time they speak, but breathing regularly for the Masquerade is a conscious decision the kindred will make rather than an organic one like it is for humans. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
You don't
Mechanical
have to
breathing.
breathe, but you gotta breathe for the voice box and stuff. Gotta need air.
Okay.
I point at Gunnar and I say, "You look strong. Do you want to break the chain?"
At this point, let's get him out. And I want to get to where the chain connects around his foot, I imagine.
Okay.
So like a shackle.
You could try to do this chain. Are you gonna try to yank him down? Or break the chain?
I was thinking to try to like break the shackle, or what is connecting his foot to the chain.
Yep. Let's go ahead and make a roll. We're gonna do strength and brawl. That was my brain trying to merge those two words together.
I'm
as I was
gonna
speaking.
use prowess,
Yep.
which gives me 2 dice, I think, for my potence rating
That's right.
to
This is
for like
terrifying.
feats of strength.
Yep.
So I'm
Okay.
going to really try to break this chain.
Okay. So depending on what you roll, I have a couple of different solutions for you here. So it's difficulty 4, and then you've got your 2 bonus die with that ability that you're using.
Okay, so at what am I rolling? Strength and
brawl. Yep.
Or I hit
Brute,
brawl
strength,
and
and
then strength, right? Pool size, I would put 2 for
Yep.
2
for
extra.
your- yep. One
And
day I
4
will run a
difficulty?
whole game in VTM. It's very fun. Yeah. 4 difficulty. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Holy shit!
We can't do it.
So
Holy
for
hell.
those listening, he rolled 8 dice and got 2 out of the 4
10.
successes needed. Oh, sorry, he rolled 10 dice, and he got 2 out of the 4 successes he needed. However, he did get one of those successes was on his hunger die, and the other one was a bestial failure. So this means that something crazy happens as you do this. And I know it's VTM and you don't succeed, but it's still PBGMing. And I always like to do, like, if you want to trade with me, I will allow you to succeed, no matter what system I'm doing. So this bestial failure, you can succeed, but you're going to take his leg off. You're just going to snap his leg. Because you can't get the chain off because it's magically imbued. But if you want, you can just snap his fucking foot from his under the knee. But I'll leave it up to you. You do not have to do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's snap his leg off. Hell yeah.
Okay, so would you do me the honor of describing to me and the audience and all of your friends here who are witnessing you for the first time do something like this? What does this look like?
I think you would see me like get up and I'm holding the chain with one hand and then like another hand around the shackle in his leg. And I think as I'm trying to rip this thing, my arm is like sliding down his leg on the stone, and I'm like really struggling to get this chain off, and I'm trying to balance in the air as well, and I guess just rip his, like just above the knee.
Yeah.
Rip his leg off from the chain, and I'm like swinging and holding this what's left of his body in one arm and then the chain in the other. And I imagine we swing around the room a bit.
Yeah. Can I also suggest that when you do this, because it's a bestial failure, in VTM that means you reach within and you get in touch with the animal or the feral side of, your beast mode. Can I say that you're doing that as well? That you are reaching down deep into your magic to be able to kind of do this feat? And so you might feel a little reminiscent of perhaps your days in battle, or your days with your lady, right? Where you're pulling from that magic.
Yeah. And I think I described this. I've described a couple battle scenes, but I would say that when it breaks, it would just flash to Gunnar ripping someone's head off, or that same sound. It would just be the same thing. He is back.
Yeah.
With seeing this person and also digging deep magically. He's done that before.
Yeah. And I think in the times that you've done this before too, when you would dig deep and pull from the magic from your line, you would feel a call back. You would feel kind of like a recognition of the power that you were using, because inherently it was not yours, it was given to you. And to your surprise, you feel a very small, very gentle callback like you used to, as the power answers back to you. And the rest of you see his eyes I imagine that they are glowing red and very beastly now. And you can see his fangs when he smiles as he does this, as he just goes, oh, I can't just do this. The polite, fine, I don't care. And I'm just going to break the leg. And you hear that sickening snap of the bone breaking. There's no blood gushing out anywhere. You will notice that as he goes to pull the bottom half of the leg, I never thought I'd be describing this, the bottom half of the leg, and his knee, you notice the wire. And Gunnar, if it's okay with you, I think you just reach in with your teeth and you cut the wire with your mouth, and then you pull the rest of him apart. And so he's there holding this body of this man. And his leg what's left of it is dangling from the chain on the ceiling.
So I'm still holding on to this statue.
Did you get down when he came over and was getting, was doing something to it, or when he started to yank it, did you get off, or were you still? Because I think I'd have you roll to stay onto it while he's yanking it off.
I was holding on and watching him.
Yeah.
Ooh.
As he yanks it off.
Probably from when I'm up there, the thing is probably swinging as I'm pulling, right?
Yeah,
and then when the actual leg we're all kind of just whoever was up there, we're all just swinging kind of, shallowly, but around on the ceiling, And then when I pull the leg off, there's that shock, that shock wave where we'll maybe the chain will dance and will swing violently or something. So you could fall off or be hanging on for dear life,
do you jump down when you have it in your hand, when you have his body, or do you just throw the body to the ground, or are you, and you're still hanging from the ceiling?
He doesn't hang from the ceiling. He's too tall. He's tall enough to reach up and fucking break this guy's leg. Yep. He's one of the only characters that's tall enough to be able. Yeah.
Okay.
He reaches up, breaks the leg, and then is able to carry him. He doesn't have to jump.
So
or
I'll just
anything.
kind of ease him down onto the ground and get to the wire.
Okay. Yeah. Then I float like a feather off of this thing.
Okay. What is everyone's reaction to this behavior, real quick?
I think my eyes widen slightly, and I kind of look Gunnar up and down in surprise, nod and go, impressive.
Hi, my name is Gunnar. Hi, I'm actually Gunnar, personally me, Miranda, Gunnar. Gulp.
So what is your reaction? Not yours, Mirggles, but Edward. we know yours.
Yeah. What is my reaction? Let me just get into character again real quick since I was yeeted out of it. I think I've just I think I'm silent. I'm just watching. Kind of plain-faced. Maybe my eyes are narrowed as I'm observing this interaction. This whole thing is very dangerous. And there was an easier way to do this, but the one person who could have done it is being stubborn. So I guess we'll have to do it the hard way. And I think maybe I take a couple steps back. My arms are crossed.
Yeah. Ben?
I'm smirking as I watch everyone else's reaction. I don't think this surprises me all that much. Seen him throw cars, use them as boxing gloves.
That's right.
So I just assume that when he popped out of Deadeye, he'd be stronger. And he is. But I'm more interested in everyone else's reactions because that's going to tell me more.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Visionary, what about you?
I probably just kind of raise my arms up. It's nothing. I go, God damn, man. And then I look up at the leg and I look back down. And I say, well, you got a knack for breaking people, I guess. And then I walk. Oh, I mean, do you put the body on the ground?
You say break for people, I would say, no, that would be my friend here. And I point to Finn. But yes, I have the body on the ground. Is he free of stone, or is he still encased?
Still encased in it. Yeah, he's still
That's what I
encased in
would go
it,
over and just start start
Remove
breaking
it.
the rest
Okay.
of them out.
We're actually going to pause there for a moment, and we're going to go somewhere else real quick. My darling guest, you awake in darkness. Can you tell me what you are thinking and you are feeling? They cannot see the guest yet, but they can see all your reactions. So hold on, let me do that first. The joy I have right now. Boom, baby. You awake in darkness. 2 of your children are awake. One has been feeding and is much, much stronger than you remember. And the second has just had a little taste of blood and pain. And one of them has called to you.
Am I able to move?
You are. You feel, as you move your hands, you kind of feel you're hitting the side of, obviously, a coffin. You know it instantly. You can feel it. You put your hands a little bit in front of you, to the sides.
I think at first I am confused. It seems a moment ago that I was put in this place. I'm angry. Am I hungry?
Oh, yes, very much so. You also have a strange sense of time. Even though you are inside this coffin, it is not a normal coffin, and you can tell that. It is reeking with magic. You can sense that, you can feel it, you can smell it. Also, the air smells differently in here, and you do have the sense of a passage of time. A great passage of time has occurred. And gravity implies you are not laying down, but somewhat propped up. You can feel your blood moving. There is a stake in your chest. You can feel that too.
think firstly I would try and see if I can move my arms enough in order to remove it.
I don't think you can, actually. I don't think
I
you
would
would be
imagine
able to.
not.
Yeah. But it might surprise you that it is that you are awake while it's there, because it should put you in torpor. You should be unable to wake up without it being removed first. But for some reason, there you are awake.
And do I sense my magic at all? Am I able to
yes.
use it at all?
Yes. If you would like to try, you absolutely may. And now you can go ahead and join the Roll20. I didn't want to spoil. And I have a sheet ready for you.
Perfect. Because I would like to try to fucking break this box.
Okay. Okay, let me know when it has you in, and I will assign the sheet to you.
I'm in.
I see you. I'm in. Okay. Okay, you should see it now.
I do indeed.
Okay. So you can make a roll. You can do occults and composure if you'd like. I cannot recall if you've played VTM before. So the way that works is pop open the sheet, and you'll want to scroll down to skills first. And if you've got one, which you do for occult, you just click that, and then it'll ask you what your secondary stat is. And we're going to go with either wits or resolve. One of those two stats. That should be up there.
Right, so it is occult, and then it is...
And then
you had originally said composure. Do you want...
you can do either
wits or
one. You can.
intelligence?
It's same PBU bullshit of I will give you a different answer depending on what it is that you choose. So you can choose whichever you like, but you can use either one. So composure, or I think they're the same for you technically though.
Yes,
It's
I
just
will
the
use the
flavor
original
text.
one you have mentioned.
Okay. All right, and the difficulty is unfortunately for this 5. It's really hard.
3 of 5, that is not a success.
Okay, you can re-roll up to 3 of those if you would like to try by using a willpower. However, you're very hungry. You just woke up after a long time in torpor. That would be dangerous. Not impossible, just dangerous.
I will use a willpower.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
I can't even see you right now because I'm looking at the thing. I knew the silence. I was like, oh, here she goes. She's going to do it. All right, go for it.
All right, and should I do this just as I roll
So
3d6? Is it d6?
Actually, I think there is a re-roll button on your sheet here. Let me pull it up. I believe it allows you to use a willpower re-roll. Hold on. Let me see where it is.
Oh, I see
Yep,
it there.
yep, willpower re-roll.
And you said up to 3?
Yep. And it doesn't cost you anything extra to go ahead and roll the full 3. The only reason they do that is because sometimes you've got, like, maybe you only rolled 4 dice and... Holy shit! Okay, for those listening, she only re-rolled the 3, right? She got successes on all of them, and one of them is a critical success. Hot damn, dude. Okay, Ooh, okay, and the test was to try to break out of the coffin. Oh, okay, I love this. Okay, so as you go to use your magic, what does this feel like for you? Can you describe what you... Yeah, mm-hmm.
I feel quite weary. But I am stuck in this place and there is no assurance that I will be let out. I will pull this magic within my hands. It is like a dark shadow. And in the blink of an eye, there is an explosion around me as I crack open the coffin.
You hear a little hiss of magic releasing. And you awake with the knowledge, the understanding that the only reason you are able to break this coffin is because your line put you here. It is your magic that sealed this coffin. And when you get out of the coffin, you look down and you notice it is not made of wood. It is made of some strange obsidian or black stone mineral that you've never seen before. And surrounding you are... Ooh, could you do me a favor and roll me D100 in Roll20?
94.
There are several other coffins in here made of different material, and they're all sealed. One of gold, one of copper, silver, iron. That one speaks to you a little bit more than the others. Maybe just because of your history, where you're from, and what iron means to your people.
And do I recall these coffins at all?
You can roll, because you do have some cool magic that does some stuff. So why don't we go ahead and say this one is willpower of some sort. And this is going to sound weird, but charisma.
I'm sorry, what was the first one you said? Resolve?
Willpower of some
Willpower.
sort. So yeah, any one of those. So I think it's either composure or
I'll use
resolve.
wits.
Yep, wits. Yeah, that works too. Yep, wits is really
Makes
good.
more sense.
Yep.
And the difficulty?
Is unfortunately in this room it's going to be 5 until we say otherwise. So any rolls you make in here will be 5.
It's a 5.
It's a messy critical, which I believe means you get hungrier. It's been so long since we've played in the actual VTM system. But it's a messy critical. So you go to do this. Now I'm thinking you are standing here, you're looking around, and you think to yourself, do I recognize any of these coffins? You don't immediately recall anything, and you go, that's not good enough. I want an answer. And so you kind of send your magic out, and this is just how you have operated. You know, if you don't have the answer, you will get it from the environment around you, and it will speak to you. And so you go to reach out, and then you realize, you double over as you realize you do not have strength. You are weakened. You've been in torpor, although I will say you don't recognize any of these coffins, but you recognize a lot of the scents and the time periods, which is just a cool ability that you have, is to be able to understand the way the world smelled at certain time periods. And you are able to notice that there is one, the iron seems to be quite old. The silver one seems to be very similar to the smells you're smelling right now in this room. And you've never smelled that before, so it must be after your time. And then a bunch of others as well are kind of changing. Like you can maybe smell, this one smells a lot like home, but it's changed a lot. And again, all of those imply great time between each of these coffins. But no, in terms of do you know who these are? No, you do not.
And are they all sealed in the same way?
Yes. It does not appear to be any way to open these. It seems only magic will do it.
And you said the iron one was calling to me?
It speaks to you more so than the others. Yep.
Looking around, is there anyone else in here? Is there anything else in here?
Yes. There's something in here watching you, but you don't know what it is. It's very powerful, though. Very hungry. But also seems to be a little amused at your presence. More so like curious as to what you're about to do, more so than anything else.
Well, I am not afraid of power. I will make eye contact.
You know instantly where to look in this room, and it is where your coffin is, where you just left. But there's something strange about that spot in particular. Like, there's something there that you cannot see.
I will go to the iron one then.
Mm-hmm.
You said it is sealed with a magic similar to my own, yes?
Yeah, yep. And you could definitely try to open it with the same magic. It is going, it will be costly. It's going to be effort for you to open it, but you're welcome to do so. Absolutely.
I will try.
Okay. Go ahead and make another roll for me here. It's going to be the same one as you did before, which is your magic and then some sort of composure, mental fortitude.
And is the difficulty 5 as well?
Yes, yep. I would say it's even higher because you're in a weakened state, but who cares? This is too cool.
That is only 3 successes.
3 out of 5. Okay, so you go to use your magic to open it. And I think what surprises you the most is it seems to be a call and answer magic from your line specifically. So this is old magic, usually used in rituals reserved for ritual space. And the way that it would work is you would stand in the center of the room, you would call out to the magic, and then it answers back to you in like a conversation almost. It is not like one might think like, oh, I'm just going to use my magic and I'm going to cause it to open. You have to kind of sort of do a dance with this magic to get it to listen to you. And this is, again, super old magic. I think you learned this from someone, but I don't know who. Who do you think you learned this from?
I learned it from the Jarl.
Okay. And that is your sire, correct? Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. So then I think that probably surfaces. Do you have a memory that you'd like to share with your sire, either related to this magic or not?
He was a bastard. I don't think I'd like to share much.
Okay, then you meant figuratively and not literally. Got it. Okay. Although I think he was both, technically. But yes. Okay, so you learned how to do this call and answer. It is very tricky to do because magic has a mind of its own. And you kind of have to be charismatic to get it to do what you want. Now, this being that you sensed, where you said you're not afraid of power and you look it dead in the eye, it is from somewhere else. It is somewhere else right now, but it's also here at the same time, and that's really fucking weird. That would imply to you it's some sort of other entity, a spirit. I'm not sure what you would have called it, demon, devil, something like that. It is not of this world, and it is not here in this world, but somehow it is at this moment watching you. But its residue is still here. It is not responsible. It was trapped here like you. And it is impressed by what you are doing right now. The amusement has faded into just almost kind of a reminiscent of an awe as it watches you. You are unable to open this coffin, but not because you fail necessarily. Why do you think it is? Is it because it could be because you're not fed enough. It could be because the call and answer didn't work. Whatever you want.
I think it is a combination of those both.
Yeah.
I am incredibly weak at the moment in comparison to what I should be.
Absolutely. You need to eat. You do sense there is food nearby.
Do I?
Yeah. Not in this room. You'll have to walk a bit.
Then walk I shall.
Orcish, I need you. You hear this faintly down the hallway.
I am immortal. I have inside me blood of kings. Yeah. I have no rival. No man can be my equal.
My nostrils flare at this horrendous noise that is permeating inside of my skull, vibrating.
And the declaration of blood of kings. It's exciting. Dinner served.
It is.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to try to kill this one.
Okay. So you begin walking out of the room. I think you look over your shoulder one last time. not because of any other reason other than there's a slight magic pull at the coffins in the room, as you maybe ponder the ritualistic nature of this room, because you are one of the few that would understand anything to do with this type of magic, as it's your blood that put you here. But for now, whatever the answer is, it's maybe on the edge of your mind. It's saluting you. Maybe you need to eat. And so then you turn and walk out of the room. You do feel a strange magical call of a goodbye, not from the magic, but from the presence that was watching you. Almost a good luck. It seems to still be trapped somehow in this room, but also not. And you leave. And we're going to switch back. You can stay if you'd like. I've left you on the screen, and now I will do the things that I said I was going to do. So B team, take over for a minute while I update the stream title and stuff, okay? What are you guys doing?
Definitely not preparing my neck.
Yep. Princes of the universe. Singing. I'm singing.
We were peeling the guy out of the statue there as well.
Okay.
Now, when we well, you're doing this, but I guess I'm gonna, as I'm doing one side, I'm avoiding the bird because I don't know if there's a bird that's alive in there.
You're avoiding the
in
bird.
there.
Okay. Yep.
Well, I just don't know.
Yeah, I'm not. It's believe me
Yeah.
when I'm just asking for clarification. It's not a judgment. You can do
You
whatever
think
you
there's
want.
an actual bird in here?
Oh, I do.
You know what? I have a feeling there's a bird in here. Something. I'm using my powers.
Is Gunnar and Fen, are they standing next to each other while they're working on this thing, like ripping it open? Maybe. No.
I'm
Yes?
not ripping anything open.
Oh, are you leaning up against the wall with your arms crossed?
Yep.
I would also not be helping Visionary rip this thing open. I would just be standing and over the body and watching him as he does it.
You don't get this song. I'm sorry, I was doing other things. Yes. Okay. So you're not helping, and you guys are ripping this thing apart to reveal the extremely wired and brutalized walking corpse of a man here. You can see all of the. We never talked about what you guys look like when you're in the prolonged state of torpor, but I always imagined that like the skin would eventually kind of dissolve and you're kind of seeing very dry and ridiculous muscles and stuff, like kind of like a skeleton that's had its skin removed, and then eventually as you feed you get that color back and you kind of have some skin. That's what I've always imagined, but what we did before is we talked about it. So what do you guys think?
Oh, what they look like?
Yeah, what do you look like when you're in a long state of torpor like this? Where you've been kept alive,
actually,
but
can
you
I
have no
throw
blood.
out?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Can I throw out an idea?
Yeah.
Like, I kind of like the idea that that's how it normally works, but these ones are like mummified, like icemen. Like they were mummified in ice almost. So they have that like slack skin over skeletal remains. So it's actually the inverse, like the musculature and the fat is gone. It's more just like a bog body that has been encased in
I dig
stone.
that. I dig that.
That kind of mummification.
I
yeah.
also like the idea that you guys can look at a vampire's state of torpor and understand what type of torpor that is, right? Like there's the stake in the heart torpor, and then there's the whatever has happened to them, this like mummification torpor, and a bunch of other stuff that allows you to kind of identify. I really like that. So then in that case, then Edward, as you are slowly revealing this, you're going to get flashes of exactly this. You're going to hear the like shouting as if underwater and far away as they are putting this person in some sort of freezing cold water, and you're thinking like fjord, you know, like these are the things that are coming to your mind here, and you can kind of your chest tightens as you breathe in air that is too sharp and too cold, just for a moment while you're experiencing this, as you are, because you are pulling this, you're helping, right, and touching him kind of sort of as you're removing the stone. and this is one of your abilities as well. So as you're kind of like pulling away the stone, you're getting the sense. Maybe you even hear kind of a waterfall in the distance, and
I can't, I can no longer mind Palace.
that's right.
But can I, instead of it being like a visual thing, can I have can I feel his feelings? So instead of walking around in an environment, it's more like I'm adopting his desire and feelings within my own body.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
We can roll for it. So the only reason why I would hesitate and say no is because very specifically I had this around images and visions, and instead of feeling, which is fine, but magic is changing always, and you can always kind of reach out, especially in PBU. So you could potentially try. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Could I sort of throw it out like this then? Like, I have this sort of natural inclination towards these things, but I've lost this ability. And I know that we talked about that I would get this ability again if I, in many, many years, if I practiced it.
Yeah.
But could it be that I just without thinking, I'm like reaching out to use it and a different form of it comes up?
We can try. Yep, we can roll for it.
Yeah,
we can roll for it. Magic always has the potential to evolve. So yeah, you can definitely, especially in this place. So the difficulty will still be 4. And then you want to do some form of occult and resolve. It's got to be like composure, the ability to kind of mentally withstand the change in your magic here.
Okay. Resolve. I'm gonna do resolve. Occult resolve.
Yep.
And difficulty 4, yeah.
Yep. 2 of the 4 successes. 4. So
can I use willpower?
Yeah, absolutely. You can roll up to 3 for a willpower.
Difficulty 4.
Mm-hmm. Ah.
Okay.
So so for those listening, that was 0 successes out of the 4 needed with those 3 rerolls. So leaving us with 2 out of the 4 needed. So you go to reach out, and again, it's like a physical wall you run into almost. Your body reacts in the same way, seizes up, your muscles seize as you go to reach out with this magic and enter a mind palace, and you realize you can't do that anymore. It is blocked from you.
I make like a sound.
And just so I'm curious, where are all of you at in terms of spent willpower?
1.
Okay. Mercs?
2.
2?
0.
0. Okay.
0.
0. Okay. Fen?
For willpower, 0.
Yeah, 0. Okay. And Zams, you're 1, right?
On my sheet, I have nothing for health or willpower, so I'm not sure.
Did we just re-roll a willpower for you, though? I can't remember. I think we did, so you would be at 1.
He did a rouse check. I don't know about a willpower.
Okay, we'll just leave it then. I was just curious. All right, awesome. Now what do you do? You're muted.
I think by now I'm just trying to get this guy out.
Yep.
Like everybody else. I want to talk to him.
So you guys are beginning to... So once you kind of see this strange, bloated, awful zombie like before you, you will see the intricacy of the wire. And those of you who want to roll to get extra detail can, but otherwise all of you can kind of get a sort of... Yes?
It's in a symbol, isn't it?
What? The wire?
The wire.
It is not in a symbol. However, it is what you're able to determine is that as the wire, a very specific wire type was used. It looks like it was not made of copper. It looks like it was made of something else. But also you're able to determine however your character would interpret this information, because I feel like you can come to this conclusion a couple of different ways. But essentially, you're able to determine that whoever did this, it's very similar, and I'm telling you, the player, this from the coffins. You know how there was intricate effort put into it for no fucking reason? It's the same here. Although here you are able to get a sense that there was a little bit of enjoyment of the pain involved, because you didn't need to necessarily wire specifically, the fingers the way that they did to be able to hold them in place. They did it in a way in which it would cause a little extra pain. So that element has been added to it as well.
Do I remember, I can recall the ceremony that I experienced. Can I recall the things that they used in that ceremony?
Shit, yes, let's roll. Damn, that is good job. That's very good.
Okay, what am I using?
You're using some sort of wits and composure again. So anything that's related to this kind of ability to witness the past, present, or future, you need to have willpower and composure, mental fortitude to be able to do it.
Okay. Do I have a different difficulty because this is my own memories?
No, unfortunately.
It's still 4?
Yep.
Okay. Dude.
You can do another reroll if you want.
I mean,
what are you doing? What are you doing physically when this is going on?
I think I am running my hands over the wire, like kind of trance-like.
Yep. Okay, now you can remove the difficulty down to 3.
Okay, I will
again. Use a willpower.
Can I roll again?
You're going to use a willpower to do it. Yep.
Okay.
So you can either re-roll the 3
3
or you can do the a roll again, but with the difficulty of 3. It's your choice, one or the other. But both will take a willpower essentially.
I will do the original roll again.
Okay.
Wits, composure, 3. 2 of 3.
Okay.
Okay.
So as you are touching this wire and trying to recall the ritual that you were involved in, well, it wasn't you. It was a half of a second of a memory from something that was with you for what did we decide? Less than a second, right?
Yeah.
2 seconds, wasn't it?
It was
But they
like
brought
2
me,
seconds.
I was thinking of like the place that they brought me and the ritual that they used to put it in me.
Put it in you.
So,
Yeah. So as so as you are recalling that, I thought you were referring to a different ritual, but this one is still really good. As you are trying to remember kind of like the effort that they went into to kind of prepare you for this. There's one person that kind of pokes out into your mind, and you cannot remember their face. It's been taken from you, but you remember the way that you felt around this person as they were preparing you for this ritual, and something in you goes, this motherfucker. It's the same one who did this, because maybe they went out of their way to do something extra in preparation for you that wasn't necessary but caused you pain, but something in that strikes true for you. But it is also in that moment, as you are trying to recall this preparation for this entity, that you suddenly experience, and again, I never like to tell you how you're feeling unless it's magic related, but because of that, it means it's magic induced. Fear runs through you as you realize there's someone else here, not in this room, but there is someone else around and is looking for you.
My head snaps up and I look around the room.
You don't see anything immediately. And I don't know if you would... I don't know how often Edward brushes himself off or goes, okay, that's a result of what I was just doing or the magic. So if that happens, then fine. But
I almost never brush myself off, to be honest.
Yeah. Then you don't have a lot of time. There's something very hungry coming your way.
We might want to speed it up. Does anyone know how to magically untie ties? Pluck the harp strings and break them? I start tapping on the wires. I'm like plucking the wires like I'm playing an instrument now.
So if nobody else is doing anything other than removing the wires, I'm just going to say that you guys all slowly remove the wires from this individual. If you would like to specify what we're removing, now would be the time.
Yes.
Okay, let's do that then.
I would be personally, and I don't know if anyone's following my lead, but I would personally be saying, like, we should, allow for speech. And then I would be just going around the head and the neck and the chest.
Okay.
But the arms and legs
stay,
and everything.
And we are leaving the raven encased,
spine.
correct?
I'm picking at the raven. I'm going at its feet.
Okay, all right.
I just want to see if there's actual bird feet in there.
Oh, 100%. There is an actual bird under here.
Because the bird would probably be separate at this point. Because we picked all the. If I picked around it, so the bird can come off.
Well, the bird's wired, so if you're gonna.
Oh, so it's in the wires. Okay, okay.
It's like wired and
got it,
kind of like sewn into his skin. Yeah. So, but I assumed you were leaving him encased in stone, the bird, right?
Well, I've changed my mind. We've been sitting here and he's
so
fondling wires, and I'm a little too curious. Let's say I've picked up his legs are exposed.
Okay. You see what looks to be like a fucking live bird. It doesn't, it doesn't look dead or anything. That you can tell from its feet. Yeah, but it is a raven.
All right, well, that's real strange. So I just I'm trying to look at its body and see if it's like decayed or anything.
From what you can see, it does not look decayed. Although it's, like I said, its legs and talons are like wired and sewn into this guy's shoulder to stay in place. Or what's left of his shoulder.
I think this bird is either stuffed or alive.
The whole thing is alive, stuffed and alive.
Yeah, but it's not like
full of things.
It's not like fucked up like this guy.
Well, ask it questions. Do you speak bird?
I don't know, but I gotta get its mouth out, I guess. And I'm just gonna keep picking away while they're undoing the wires.
Yeah, absolutely. So you pick away at this bird. They're removing the wires as best they can around the chest, the neck, the jaw. And eventually they undo the wire. And this creature, this husk of a vampire/man, begins to speak. He is fixing one eye on Gunnar and babbling in Norse. And unable to really, unless any of you speak like the old version, you're not going to understand. But Gunnar, you would understand. Do you want it to be obvious that you understand? Because they don't know you or where you're from, really, except for Fen. So I'm just going to ask you if you're kind of hiding the fact that you understand what he's saying.
If anyone's looking at me while he's speaking, be very obvious. I'm understanding these words.
He is babbling. It's you. Please leave me. I'm so sorry. Whatever he said before. Like when you caught him the first time and that kind of thing, like, please don't, it's been enough. And like, don't take me back to her. Don't take me back to her.
My fists are clenching as he's begging, and they're growing tighter. Sone. You're back to. Is no death truly final?
Did you... And he's like breathing quickly now, and then it's starting to slow as he maybe realizes you don't intend to hurt him, but he clearly doesn't fully trust you yet.
Who said I didn't plan to hurt him?
He feels that way, at least, because you aren't making a move to strike him. I think there was an initial fear, but it's not there at the moment. And he says, Are you taking me back to her? Please don't take me back to her. I'll do anything.
I am going back to her.
She's coming to us. Can you not feel her?
I lean down to him.
His breath is quickening now.
You will have to come too.
I think he starts screaming. He starts screaming. It's high-pitched. It's shrill. It is a panicked individual. And he is trying to move his body, but obviously he can't because you've left him encased in the areas in which would allow him to fully move, but he's still able to kind of like jostle his chest a little bit as he's screaming. And the rest of you, he's speaking in Old Norse and screaming at Gunnar as Gunnar gets close to him. And Gunnar, I believe, is also speaking in Old Norse back to him. So this is quite the sight that we're seeing here.
This has
I would
happened
like to-
before.
I would like to step forward and dominate the mind of this individual to have them stop screaming.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Before you do, I put my hand over his mouth to try to like muffle his screams, almost like how he did it before in the nest.
Ooh,
I just
okay.
cover his mouth.
Obviously, this is incredibly triggering for this guy, so he's even more panicked, but he can't do shit. So you effectively cover his mouth. Do you still want to dominate mind to stop the screaming?
I want to calm him down.
Yeah.
I want to calm him down.
Yep, okay.
I like shoot a dirty look at Gunnar, and then I would like to do that.
Yep,
Try
okay.
anyway. Okay. Which how do I do this? I'm trying to remember how to use the
so
sheet. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. The ability,
roll
you should
for
be able to roll
dominate.
down on the ability section. It'll
Yeah.
have you hit the roll button.
Okay, and then the attributes that I'm using are
It should say in the ability, and then also when you, as long as you're clicking
I'm
down
just
in the
using
ability
my-
section.
I'm using my overall dominate, so
Okay.
not the like individual ability. Is that possible?
I don't think so. You have to have an ability that allows you to dominate mind. I think it's called, hold on.
I have mesmerize, which I
should-
think is the closest.
I'm just checking. You've got awe as well. Which, let me see. I'm just looking at some of these.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only thing you've got that's close to that is the awe ability to calm him down, if that's what you're trying to do. Because I don't see...
Well, it says, like, for mesmerize, I can issue complex commands to a victim as long as they have the subject's gaze and relative
Am I
quiet in which
looking
to
at the
issue the
wrong
instructions.
sheet? I see the wrong abilities, I think. I think I'm looking at the wrong version of your sheet.
Okay.
Are we both looking at Edward?
I'm on Guru. I'm looking at Guru.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't have
yes,
Edward.
That's right. Okay. Okay, then yes. I'm so sorry. Mesmerize. Okay.
Okay.
Issue complex commands to a victim as long as they have the subject's gaze and relative quiet in which to issue the instructions. The instructions must be carried out immediately to the victim's best ability and must not contain any conditional actions. If you, then this, as that would require the victim to exercise cognition. No roll is required against an unprepared mortal victim. Commanding a resisting victim or another vampire requires a contest of manipulation plus dominate versus intelligence and resolve. Okay, so you go ahead and roll manipulation and dominate.
Okay. Got it. I got it.
Okay.
Difficulty 4, yeah?
Yep.
2 of 4.
will say that the command specifically says you need silence in which to do it, and he's like screaming and struggling and panicked, and perhaps you cannot get his gaze. You cannot lock his gaze. His eyes are fixed on Gunnar.
Yeah. Okay. I will turn to Gunnar and hiss at him. What did you say to him? Quiet him now.
I could quiet him for you if you'd like.
I will literally, like, skitter away. I will, like, climb off of the body and then, like, slide away on my ass, you know, when people,
Yep.
and then try to, like, get away.
Yeah. Gunnar, you recognize this voice.
I'm dreaming. I hear your voice constantly. I would not be able to tell while trying to silence this man that there is a difference between hearing it with my own ears or with my heart. And I grab his face tighter, squeezing his jaw.
His eyes move immediately behind you, Gunnar, over your shoulder if you do not turn to look. And he begins to breathe harder and is extremely panicked. He cannot speak because you have his jaw, but he is very panicked. You see
Quiet.
your terror.
Quiet now. Quiet you. They will hear us. Quiet.
She. And I'm pointing.
Around the room, do I sense that everyone in here is kindred or not?
You absolutely do. I think you actually, let's do a roll because I'm going to give you some information, but I think that I'll give you more if you roll really well. So let's do awareness and some form of either charisma or like social identifier skill. It can be... Actually, let's do wits and some form of social, like charisma and wits together, whatever you'd like. If you've got a special ability that allows you to do that, go ahead and hit that button down in the skills section. But if you don't, we can just do a straight roll from your skills. And if you don't know how to do that, Mirggles is going to help you do that because I think we've got a sound issue and I'm trying to fix it. Oh, it's fixed. Okay, never mind. We're all good.
So just wits and charisma then?
Yep, that'll
Roll,
work.
roll.
Yep.
And the difficulty?
4.
That's another messy critical 8 to 4.
Oh boy. You look around the room and you know who is the toughest one in the room, and you get a general sense of what they can do, and you get a general sense of who sired them. And by who sired them, I mean what bloodline sired them, not necessarily a specific individual. So why don't we go around the table and give her that info? We'll start with you, Visionary.
I'm a Tremere. And I mean, I don't really. I think I know who sired me, but I don't know necessarily how that would come across, or if it's
It
even
is whether
right.
or not you are strong.
Oh, physically, no.
Physically, no.
But there's something.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel very strong. But there's something.
So you sense that from him, but also he's connected to someone else. He's a proxy. You can tell he's being meant to be used in some form of ritual. you're familiar with this type of magic and this type of ritual as well. Proxies in this sense are usually used, they are created with either the blood and the hair of the original, or they are molded with clay and imbued with a certain type of magic, but it's like coming off of him in waves. I don't know, because I know you like to eat magic. I don't know if you like to eat your own magic, like magic from your own clan, or if you really like eating magic of other clans, or whatever your tastes are, if you're a magic cannibal. But he has a little bit of your line in there, and I don't know if that appeals to you or not, but it's there. It's a little bit of residue. And you can also sense that he's some sort of vessel. He's not a backup, per se. They're trying to put something into him. And as you look over for everyone else, you're going to see the same thing, except when you look at Fen, who's played by Greg, and obviously you recognize Gunnar. These two are not proxies, and they have different magic as well, and we'll get to that. But these other four, you can sense that there's some sort of ritual element here. Orcish, why don't you go ahead and describe what your character does? Or like a little bit of what she might sense from you.
Yeah, you don't sense a lot of physical strength from me, but you sense quite a bit of mental strength. And you also might sense that he's a little broken.
And Tremere as well. So you can kind of sense that a magical bloodline. Edward.
You would sense like a bit of a chaos, like too much black pepper. And there would be like some sort of burning spice to it all that is strange, I think, because I don't look like I would be spicy. And I am Malkavian.
Yeah. And I love this. This is like canon, I think, because I'm really imagining how you are like looking and smelling and getting a sense for their magic. That whenever you go to sense a Malkavian, it's always like that. It's always like a weird, too much black pepper. And you think that or feel that or whatever, because Malkavians' minds are just broken and twisted in a, either beautiful or, strange way. But you get that sense and you instantly know. And then the other information you gain from him is that he was already used as a vessel and it failed. So if you were going to eat anyone without fucking up whatever ritual, he's probably the one. Balthazar.
The Malkavian.
The Malkavian. Although, that comes with its own issues if you want to drink from a Malkavian. However, the fellow with the long hair, that's the one that was singing, and you can tell. Balthazar.
Typically,
go ahead.
My sire would allow me to, or my sire would tell me about how the power in our blood only strengthens us. Normally, I would go after the one that I think is more in line with what it is I want. But I am hungry, and this petulant child is making obnoxious noises. So I attack that one.
The one on the floor that's screaming? You fed on this one before. You turned this one.
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah.
Not my children.
Oh, yes, of course.
I'm going after pulse rate.
Okay, all right. Pulse rate. Would you like to dodge, please?
No.
No? You're just going to let her do it?
Yeah, I think I'm just...
Fuck yeah, but bro. Okay, what does this look like?
Don't let me kill you!
No, listen, I am fully imagining the fucking old school interview with the vampire where you just are like suddenly across the room and on his neck. Bro, you don't even finish looking at the rest of them. You're like, and then you fucking eat him. The blood of kings, my butt. Okay. So he's not going to resist you. So we're going to go ahead and allow you to feed. But please describe what this looks like, and feel free to, because it's VTM doesn't typically do this, but technically this is also still PBU. So describe what we might see as your magic is like, around you and going in through the room as you do this, because you're going to, oh boy.
Yes, well, as they were acting earlier, when I came in, they did not realize that I was there immediately, or at least they did not hear me. It was as if I was a walking shadow in that moment. And I take a deep breath and look around the room, and I am sensing the magic and the power within each one of these creatures. And in an instant, I disappear like a fog almost, and am immediately attached to poor Pulthrate's neck. It is Farrell. He's probably, are you thrashing? I don't know, I don't want to speak for you, but I am fully drinking your blood, trying to kill you, probably.
I don't know. I guess I would...
Orcish, not you. Honestly, I might be relatable.
I might just lay there and let it happen.
I might just kiss you back.
Fuck off!
No, I literally don't. I'm not sure. I think I don't know how she's brutally attacking me.
Yeah.
Am I dying, or is this?
You have the option to fight back and to resist, but you didn't resist the initial latching on. So you can resist her, or you can let this happen. But she will drain you dry if you let her. It seems like.
And what does his blood taste like?
Yeah.
I do not sense kings.
I don't know how to answer that.
It can be
So.
however you would like it. Just however you imagine his blood would taste.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
What is
Tastes
happening
like-
here, children?
It tastes, I think it tastes good, sweet, but it's kind of like, something that's maybe a little too sweet. Something's weird about his blood.
His blood tastes like bubble tea.
Yeah, his blood tastes like bubble tea, which has not been invented, I don't think.
Wait till you get a
Yeah, it
boba
has.
in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Bubble tea
I think I've
exists in
tasted a clot.
1995?
Yeah, just not in the U.S., I think. Anyway, sorry. Please continue.
Yeah, and I think at first, I'm just kind of oh, which is weird, but if she's getting vicious, I would maybe try to resist.
Yeah, I feel like that would be
but-
normal human nature, but the reason I asked is because you're different. You're weird, and you may just...
I am
Yeah.
weird.
If you're going to resist, that's fine. Let's roll for it. However, could you, before you do that, roll me a mental willpower or composure roll while I look up the feeding on each other rules, because I know they're weird.
What is the roll? Again? Sorry.
I would like some sort of willpower, resist, composure, mental composure roll. So anything that really kind of fits in with that, with the abilities that you've got. If you've got a special skill that allows you to do that, go for it. If you don't, then we'll just do a straight roll, which is your resolve and wits and resolve.
Not composure.
You could
Wits
do
and
composure.
resolve.
Yeah, wits, resolve, or composure, any one of those things. Yeah, it's your choice. You can choose whichever one is better for you, because your life is on the line.
They're the same.
Okay, then go for it.
But I will, once, I think it takes a few seconds.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think so
even
too.
maybe even 10 seconds. before I actually am trying to resist. But I will tap into my blood potency for this.
Okay.
Which I think for blood surge, that means I need to I think that means I need to make like a rouse check.
Yep. I am
And then I
double
can
checking
get
the
2 extra dice.
Yep, I'm double checking the dice or the rules right now because this is player on player feeding to the death and potential diablerie happening here. So this is cool.
Oh, sorry, Orcish.
No, this is fucking awesome, dude.
I'm not sorry.
Okay. I think this is happening too fast for anybody to do anything else at the moment. So
But he said it was there for 10 seconds because
I
I'm about to jump on and try to help him get out.
I know, but I'm saying that
Yeah.
you can't do anything yet because
Okay.
it's happening too fast. He says 10
Gotcha.
seconds. It'll feel like 10 seconds to him, but it's probably only been a couple seconds, at least at the time of this happening. Trust me, I will open the floor when you guys can join in a second. Okay, so Orcish, you are rolling your thing, right?
I think so.
Okay,
If I'm
let's
doing
do
this
it.
right, I'm going to do a rouse check.
Yep.
I failed, so I am hungrier.
So you're hungrier, of course. That
But
makes
I
sense.
believe I still
Ooh,
get the
that's a hunger 3.
2.
Good lord. Okay. Yes, you do still get to do it. You just get hungrier.
Right.
Oh
So
my
we're gonna
god,
do
this is exciting.
Wits, resolve. And it's in the pool size modifier, right? I get an extra 2.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then what's the difficulty?
4, unfortunately, in this room.
Okay, so I succeed.
Nice.
Whatever the wits resolve is.
Yep. Okay. It is to fall under her bullshit magic, so you're good. So you succeed at that. You can kind of feel a tugging at your mind. This is an incredibly old and powerful being that has latched onto you, and you start to feel the trickle of, oh, I like this, and I'm in heaven, and I'm going to stop resisting. But then you fight that, and you're able to, you know, whether it's you're singing yourself a song or whatever, that kind of your mind reemerges after almost losing itself. Okay, now what are you doing? You said you want to try something else, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to, I want to, like, while she's on my neck, I kind of want to lightly bite into hers enough that I can just get a taste of blood. I just want to taste.
Okay, you're gonna
I'm
have
not
to.
like-
I had to be like, is that possible? Like, how are you gonna do that?
The miming.
I just had to see if like it was physically possible.
Might have to be a shoulder.
Yeah, you maybe do that, but yeah, I think you're gonna have to just like bite into anything that is around you.
Just like lean your head into.
Yeah, or that.
I mean, we can both
Cool.
be into each other's necks, right?
Well, I don't think so. If she's like
Shoulder. You
yeah,
can
you
go
could
down
do
to the
her
shoulder.
but if
Are
she's
you
latched
in
on your
front
neck,
of
you're
him?
not fucking moving anywhere, right?
Yeah, if you're in front of him, it should be easier. If you're
Okay.
behind
If
him,
her
it's
head is
fucked.
on, I'll bite her cheek then.
It doesn't matter. I just want to
My
make sure that
fucking
it's possible.
cheek.
Okay, so we're doing a grapple contest. Okay, so
Oh,
that
boo.
is strength and brawl versus strength and brawl or dex athletics for the victim. So that means we've revealed who you are. So Hild, that means that you're going to go ahead and roll the strength and brawl, and then Pulse Rate, you're going to roll either strength and brawl or dex and athletics because you're the one defending.
And what is the difficulty on this one?
4 for both of you. I apologize
4.
in advance. It's very hard here.
4.
That's where all the good rolls are going.
Oh no! Like the moment you realize someone might die in all of this. Okay, cool.
I'll do another rouse check, and I fail again.
Oh, you're starving. You're at hunger 4
Yeah, huh?
out of 5.
Uh-huh.
Do you have to do a frenzy roll at 4, or is it only 5?
I don't know.
Somebody look it up real quick. Hold on, I'm also looking it up.
Yeah, I guess that would change what I'm going to
Yeah.
do.
Just searching for hunger. Frenzy becomes more likely if triggered. So I would imagine this would get triggered if you smell her blood. But for now, you don't. So, okay. So no, you don't. Go ahead. What are you doing? You're going to try to bite onto her, right?
Uh-huh.
So you have to
So I'm doing...
You're doing either your dex or so you have to roll strength and brawl or dex and athletics to defend against hers. It's a contested grapple check. If she wins, you cannot move.
Oh, I only got 3.
So she wins and you cannot reach her shoulder. Now, I think it is very clear, and I'm going to just double check. Your intention is to drain him to death, correct?
Well, I am almost at max hunger.
Yeah. Okay.
I would, understanding that, would this be something I would probably not have many faculties with regards to controlling that?
I would say it would make sense to me narratively if you did that. I also know kind of like a little bit about who your character is. I don't think she would give a shit. So if you want to do it for that reason, that's also fine. I don't want you to feel bad if that's what you feel like you would do. So if you want to do that, that's totally cool. It just means we do an extra roll here in a minute, but I will open the floor for anybody else if they want to do something here in a second. But yeah, if you are intending to drain him to death, you will get powers if you succeed, because you will diablerize him and his line, which, you know,
Now,
no kings in it, but still got some cool stuff in there.
Asking just as well, in terms of like the social construct of my time, was diablerie a very big thing that was a big no-no back then? Did we know much about it?
That is such a good question. You did know about it because, and I have to be very delicate how I say this, you were on trial for it. It's not quite accurate, but yeah. So we know that it wasn't so great. It was allowed, but you just had to get permission before you did it. And the trial that you were on-ish, permission was not obtained.
Yes, I think I wouldn't give a shit.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Yep. Okay, that just means we roll some different things, that's all. Okay, so I now open the floor. Does anybody else want to do anything? I will say that one of the strongest creatures you've ever come into contact with is suddenly on top of pulse rate, draining him dry.
Now is when I want to remember anything that I could have learned from that 10 seconds of my contact
Holy shit.
with that individual.
Okay, yep. So you're going to go ahead and make your willpower and composure roll. What else is anybody doing?
I don't have enough friends left to be afraid, so I run over, just try to pull her off.
Yep.
I imagine.
I would also
with
try to physically pull her off.
great
Okay.
futility.
I would like to stop them if I could.
Oh no! I love it so much!
I knew it. That's why I did it. Let's go.
Oh, okay, so that means we're gonna do some contested grapple checks. Okay, so Gunner, you're gonna roll twice because you're gonna try to keep off Visionary and Balthazar. Balthazar and Visionary, you guys can roll either Strength and Brawl or Dex Athletics, whichever one is stronger for you because you're the defending one. Jesus, this is so cool.
Okay, help me with the roll.
So you are definitely doing Strength and Brawl. So on your sheet underneath the skills, you'll see Brawl. You just click that button and then it'll ask you for the secondary and you do Strength. I do believe your potency comes into play here. So you get 2 bonus die because it's anything related to Strength.
Oh.
Yeah. Fucking hell, dude.
I thought I would say, like, while she was drinking him for that 10 seconds, I turn around and I see her hair. And I can't still tell if I'm dreaming, but I let go of Sune and begin to take a few steps towards her. Eyes wide, Hands are shaking. What is my difficulty?
4 for everybody in
4.
this room. Yep.
Okay.
Unless okay. Okay.
Uh,
All right. Well, that's 5 out of
Rolling
4.
again.
I'll go first. So you can grab me.
Yep.
Because I would like to do something different than other than resist. I want to use the ability Balthazar gave me on Gunnar when he grabs me. I want to grab his head, put my
And by
hands on his head.
Balthazar gave you mean
I'm sorry, I mean Edward. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
And I want to go in his head.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So I need you to do that strength roll one more time, Zambi, because you're also using your other your ability to messy critical. Oh Jesus. Okay, so you're gonna grab
11?
Yep, that's crazy. You're gonna grab them both. This is his bag, dude. He I mean, I'm sure this is why you picked him in the first place, right?
Yes, I mean, I know this.
Okay.
Rolling 11s every night in that cave.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so
Putting her into torpor.
all right.
Sorry.
She would never pull out this. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
I'm so sorry.
So did I get yours, Trench? Did I miss yours?
I wasn't gonna do it. I was gonna use
You were
this
just gonna
ability.
use the ability.
I'm gonna let
Okay.
him. I mean,
You're
I'm
gonna let him
slow
grab you.
enough
Yeah,
that
yep. Okay.
and Balthazar's moving
Yep.
too. So I'm like, I know I can't do anything against this person. So
Okay.
I just got to get Balthazar over there.
Okay. So then what we're gonna do is go ahead and roll your ability.
I don't know what it is.
Right. So can you read it, Mirggles, off of your sheet, and then we'll have him roll whatever those skills are.
Let's go.
You will, however, get a bonus die from this messy critical that he did. So he succeeds.
I don't
at,
have this.
It's the
sheet.
ability you
The-
get. Oh, you gave
I don't
him
have the
oh.
Edward sheet.
Okay, what was the ability that you were using? Oh, it was the
It's
hold on, I'll look it
Mind
up here.
Palace. Yeah.
I won't look it up. We'll
I
just
think
do
it was like a homebrew thing.
It's not. It's an actual ability,
okay.
but we maybe homebrewed it to say Mind Palace, but you are basically entering into the mind of another. But let's go ahead and do Wits Resolve. Anything like entering or doing mind stuff is you need mental composure and fortitude to be able to do it. So go ahead and
Okay.
roll whatever those are for you, Trench. And you will get a bonus die from this messy critical. However, I'm going to go ahead and describe what this looks like. So we see Hild feasting very ferally on Pulserate. Pulserate is shocked at the beginning and kind of dazed, and then begins to kind of slowly struggle. His arms are kind of maybe slapping up against her. It looks like he lunges in towards her shoulder. His fangs are visible as he goes in. It looks like he's trying to bite her. And then you two, Gunnar starts walking toward her very slowly, and you two, Balthazar and Visionary, rush towards to help. Gunnar is able to grab onto you, Visionary, probably by the back of the neck. Balthazar, it's a little bit more of a struggle to get to you. Like, he is surprisingly fast. You have always been the fastest, most strongest in this group. And it is shocking how quickly he is able to grab onto you. And however he does so, he is able to hold on to the both of you. But something happens to him when he does this. Go ahead, Trench, with that roll.
4 of 4.
4 of 4. So you succeed into entering his mind palace. Okay, what are you trying to do with this?
I'm looking for something that will. I'm basically looking for some trauma that will get him to let go. I'm looking for something that'll give him a moment, or something like, and I want him to, like, I want him to relive it, and I want him to, like, be weak, like some type of mental trauma where he was weak or he failed or something like that, where he felt like he wasn't good enough. So he will just kind of fold in on himself, just enough time to get Balthazar over there at
If
least.
I could just grab your cheeks and squish them, because you just gave me the best gift of all time. Everybody gray, scale out your cams. We're going to have our guest and Gunnar act out the memory. I think if you two are cool with it, of the moment of truth, I will call it that. Because I'd say that's probably a pretty big one, right, Gunnar?
Specifically, will have to be. I would like to know what you're referring to specifically.
Well, when your words were used to put her in torpor. When it was your testimony that got her killed, I would say that's up there as like moments you felt helpless and weak. And I will just let you guys take the scene for now. I do think that you had the ability to kind of communicate to each other mentally. She is your sire after all. But I will say that you are in, it's not even a courtroom. It's like the idea of a courtroom. It was a long, long time ago. There were many, many people there. All, it would seem, of your clan, maybe a few others that were not of your clan. And you were being charged with diablerie and turning someone without permission. And they did something to your tongue that forced you to tell the truth. So why don't we start there with the spell being cast, because you don't know what is being done to you until all of a sudden you try to speak. My question for you is, did you try to lie for her?
All I did was lie for her.
And when you go to try to lie for her, you find you cannot speak. Your tongue, you will not, you are unable to speak unless it is the truth. And I will just allow you two to kind of RP a moment in each other's minds here as you're speaking to each other. As you kind of look across the room, you see that she's in chains. She is about to be, you realize now that you cannot lie to save her, and that what you are about to say when they ask you is probably going to sentence her to death.
My head will snap back, bound to the chair I'm in, unable to move. They cut me again, and my mouth opens wide, and my tongue tattooed with this magic. It was her. It was her. Her words. Her idea. Her need to be fed.
You would hear the chains rattling. I'm screaming with anger. Do I have any idea what has been done to him?
I don't think they would let you witness that, specifically because I think they would want you to think he betrayed you.
How could you? You are no warrior! You are a betrayer! And you would see that I am trying with all of my might to try and bring forth my magic. It is like it is spawning within my hands but disappearing immediately. I am thrashing. I am like a wild animal at this point. How could you do this to me? My love, how could you?
I told her no. Do not make me like her. I pleaded with her, and I thrashed at the chains as well. It was her that told me what he has done to her.
I would
What he planned
with
to do.
rage at that, mentioning the fact that you are now speaking of the traumas I have been through. You would hear a cracking and a snapping, Go on then. Go ahead and be brave. I smash my arms back towards the wall.
He wouldn't let her go. And she needed me. I was already what I was. But I freed the both of us and killed him. I killed him for her. And I will slump down in my chair, and the chains become tight. Will I see her again? Where are you, Hilde? I love you.
Are you so sure? You would condemn me to death when I tried to save you, just as you did me.
I would become full of rage and thrash in my seat and scream and try to get out. I want out of here. Let me out of here.
I think as you see him thrashing Hild, you can see a strained expression, but also a great deep well of pain on his face. Like he's trying to express something to you and cannot.
I will slump against the wall that I am near.
You get the sense that you can potentially curse him for all eternity here in this moment. Do you choose to do it?
I denied him a chance at Valhalla, did I not?
Yes, you did.
I think that is curse enough, no?
Then the stake punches through your heart. It's very sudden and absolute. Your body freezes, every muscle locks, your eyes are wide open but empty of pain. You're still conscious, but you are trapped behind your own eyes, aware of every second that passes. Gunnar, what do you do?
I would just be screaming. Could I feel something different when this happens?
What would you like to feel?
Like part of me has been sticked as well.
Absolutely. I think...
And I thrash more.
Yeah. I think the bond between sire and child is very strong, but the bond that you two had was beyond that. I think that it's perfectly plausible that you feel phantom pain, but it's not phantom. That you can feel a little bit of her pain should you choose to. And I would believe that in this moment, you would choose for her pain not to be singular and shared only with her. You would bear that burden with her. And I don't think you will ever know, or at least in this moment, you don't know if you will ever know, if she knew that you did that in that moment, because you can't see her expression. She is frozen, her eyes fixed on you, however, still. And you double over, clutching your chest, feeling the pain of the stake going into your heart. You are screaming, and it is loud, and all of a sudden you hear nothing. And then you are staked again, yourself, for real. And that is where we end today's session. Fucking what? Now,
Holy shit.
that was incredible.
Holy shit.
That was absolutely phenomenal. Everyone did such an amazing job. Huge shout out to Faye for coming in to play this character for us. Thank you, Faye. Oh yes, God, that was absolutely amazing.
Holy shit.
We are going to go sneak away and record a green room, but I did want to share something exciting with those of you who are still here. Thank you for watching the episode. We do have a cool new trailer and a teaser that I'm going to play. But I'm going to just tell you right now, we have Faye for another week, so don't miss next week. All right? We need more of this. Okay, thank you for watching.
See who she kills next week.
Yeah, exactly.
On Deathless.
Seriously. Like, I literally had the PDF open and I'm like, I'm scrambling to find the player versus player Diablerie rules because I can make up PBU shit for anything, but when it comes to like combat and player I've got to follow the rules to a T so that it's like if somebody's fucking dying, it was fair. So, I can't wait. Okay, that scene was incredible. I'm doing the thing. I'm doing it now.